first thought, submit spirit to form matter. Our celestial humanity arrives, awake in a dream, an inception of our reality. So we live, we love, and then there is music. So we dance, we sing, we praise, we reflect. In the infinite in between, the now that was, faces dance in our dreams. Some familiar, some
Ascended Visions Radio.
Cosmic composition. In the irrelevance of this time, we realize the passion of the random action, learning the lesson that the brotherhood of man is far more important than the ego of any individual. Imagination becomes the sound of thought, traveling at the speed of art. So we paint on the canvas of our ephemeral encounters, a masterpiece of memory that lives in the eternity of a child's.
Ascended Visions Radio.
Tell me a story. A group of advanced civilization celestial beings are exploring an omniverse they have created. They travel to an outer region of one of the super galaxies and discover a primitive race of beings of hunter-gatherer class on one of the inhabitably developed planets. They observe them, but don't let them see that they are there. They study the soil and water and ionic development and decide they are too young in their evolution to make them aware of them. So they will come back in a few centuries later to see how they evolve. During their prep for departure back to their ascended dimensions, one of the children drops one of his or her toys. It is called a reality sphere that manifests whatever the possessor desires. Remember, these are celestial beings from another dimensional reality with highly advanced organic spiritual technology. So their children's toys are designed to enhance God consciousness. But this is far too advanced for this civilization. The repercussions to the realm could be quite a conundrum. However, when they return to their ascended realm and the child informs the father what happened, he told them not to go back until the original time they previously planned. He instead told the child that it was their responsibility to observe them over time with the sphere and how everything would evolve. The sphere was enhanced to recognize any language spoken to it and became like a shaman's magic orb to the possessor. One of the primitives comes across the sphere and queries in his mind what it is, so he hits it with a rock and his tools. It does nothing. Then he tosses it aside, and then he speaks out loud. The equivalent of, I don't know what this thing is, and I'm wasting a lot of time with this. And I should be getting some food. I wish I had an angwe, animal of that world. On a fire And soon after, in the distance, a fire with the roasted meat manifests. First, he is on guard looking for someone else, but no one else is there, so puzzled but hungry, he begins to eat the meat. Then he says, "Na ya go wa na je baby go do no ma wa wa yeah." This is good, only if I had something to drink. And it appears next to him. Startled, he jumps up and looks around. Then in the distance, he sees a light where he threw the sphere. He figures out frighteningly intrigued that something is happening with this thing. He speaks more desires and they manifest. Then he realizes the power he now has and the adventure begins. He returns to the tribe and challenges the elder leadership with the spear and a pouch he has that he keeps hidden. Oh, Gumbawada ya. No wakwacho. Chikopwa. To kantanta non tumbe. Tombe lua wawake ye. To da wache ba wounded da bombo. Through a series of manifestations, he succeeds in proving them who is in charge and promise all of them a better life of their civilization. The civilization thrives off the manifest of his requests, and they have a glorious evolution. But by them not being celestial beings in their present form, the new chief becomes old and wants to pass the sphere on to his son. But he dies before he can give it to him, and he is transcended to the ascended realm. And they introduce him to the child the sphere belongs to. And he insists on talking to the parents, but they told him he had to take up this matter with the child. And the first thing the child says, to teach a child, you must learn as a child. He is furious, but through frustration he gives in and begins learning the basics of being a celestial being. Lesson 1, the sphere of reality, the art of manifestation. He soon discovered that the child was the supplier of their whole history, while she was learning the lesson of benevolence as a celestial being.